Hello, my lovelies. Welcome back to my channel. I am Carolyn, Eternal Soul. In today's reading, we're going to be reading for the elements, earth, air, fire, and water. And we're going to be reading about how this amazing portal on the 1st of January is going to affect you and what you can expect out of this amazing energy. So first I want to explain that this particular portal is going to be especially powerful because it is a true and traditional one. And what that means is 1 plus 1 plus 2024 adds down to 1. So we haven't had a 1 energy on the 1st of January in at least 9 years. So what that means is that this is starting a new cycle for everybody for the next 9 years on this specific day. Now, in addition to this really powerful energy on the 1st, on the 31st of December, Jupiter goes direct. And so this is adding so much power, so much intensity, and really amazing luck around anything that you're trying to manifest, anything you're trying to start, anything that you're trying to bring into your life on the 1st. So I'd really love to help you guys figure out a little bit about that and hopefully help you guys figure out how to manifest as well based on your zodiac or at least your elemental energies. So I'm going to encourage you to find the reading that would be either for your rising sign, your sun sign, or your moon sign, or all three, if they happen to be in different elements, and see how that resonates for you. I think what I want to do first for the 1st in general, first for the 1st, is I would really like to call in Archangel Michael. Now, if you've ever seen me on TikTok, and sometimes in some of the replays that I put here on YouTube, you've seen that I do call in the angels and we get information from them about different things and different subjects, depending on what it is that they want to help us with. So I would like to know if Michael would love to come in for us and add any healings or attunements that we can benefit from at this time, and especially on the 1st. Archangel Michael, I call upon you now. I see that he's giving us a really special attunement. It's something that's affecting all the chakras, going right down through the crown chakra. It almost looks like a bolt of lightning going from the crown all the way down to the root and down through the feet, sort of connecting us and grounding us into our body and to the earth from our ethereal body. So it's sort of giving us this attunement of mind, body, and spirit. It's actually quite beautiful and quick. So if this is an attunement that you are interested in receiving, simply be open to it or say, I accept in my highest and best good. If you are not interested in this, then simply let them know I am not interested in this type of attunement. And I'm going to see if he has any messages for us today. I know it seems as though we have been a bit of a broken record. But today, I would love to talk to you about patience. Having patience for the process, for your journey, for yourself along that journey. There are many things that you desire to create in your life, many things that you wish to bring into your life that you feel as though will make you happier, healthier, more stable. But the universe knows your heart more than you do most of the time, at least in your conscious awareness. And so the universe responds to what your heart genuinely wants and what you are allowing from that heart space. So if you are asking with your mind for something that does not align with your heart space, there is a discord that the universe must wait for you to align. And while the universe waits to respond to you, it doesn't feel particularly great. And this is the indicator that your heart wants something that your mind is not allowing. And in these moments are when frustrations run high and depression at times can set in. And I ask for you to be patient with yourself, to know that eventually your heart will win out. Some of you are a little bit more stubborn, and therefore it takes a little longer. And I'm asking you today to be open to receiving what your heart is asking for. It may be in opposition of what you've been taught to want or desire, but it is your truth. And the universe will swiftly bring anything to you that is of utmost truth. So at this time, I encourage you to look within and ask yourself, is what I am asking for of my utmost truth? And be observant of what answers come up, what feelings arise. If you are excited and hopeful, then it is more likely that you are in alignment with what your heart truly wants. But if you are feeling stubbornness or anxiety, then it is likely that you are not. And this is not to say that you are doing it wrong. There is no wrong way to do this. It is simply an indicator that something needs aligning. And I wish for you to have the courage to see it, face it, and act upon it. In many of your cultures, acting on your heart's desire over a societal desire or a familial desire is quite offensive. And this may be where the discord is coming from. So you must decide within yourself what is more important: your happiness or the happiness of all. And please remember, you are the only one that is living your life. No one else will feel the feelings that you feel. No one else will think the thoughts that you think. And no one else will feel the regrets that you may possibly feel if you do not follow your heart's desire. And I am sending each and every single one of you love and genuine and unconditional support. Oh, well, thank you, Michael. That was so lovely. Sometimes he says things just the way we need them to be said. So let's get into these readings. So the first one that we're going to do today is fire. We're going to do fire first. And so I already chose the oracle cards for your pile, but I have not chosen the tarot cards just yet. So we're going to pick the tarot cards. Actually, I'm going to push this away while I do that. There we go. It's a little bit better. This one, this one, this one. Okay, fire signs. Wow. Alrighty, so fire signs, you know what we're going to do? We're going to go with one of your oracle cards first. So for the fire signs, we have waterfall, effortless. So this energy feels to me very important for you guys right now, because when we hear fire signs, when we hear that there is something important happening and we need to prepare for that, we need to get ready. It's in our best interest. We kind of have a tendency to go a little overboard at times. So what Spirit is asking for you to do and for us to do at this time is to apply effortlessness to harnessing this energy, what it is that you want to do. For fire signs, you naturally are already ready to go. You're just ready to go. Let yourself recognize that you are ready to go. You're ready. You are ready for this. The 1-1 portal, lockdown, you're good. You don't need to do anything. You just need to show up, right? But I think something else that Spirit really is asking you to do is to release guilt and shame and pressure around making sure that you don't screw it up. A lot of that has to do with your idea about how well you perform. You just need to show up. You just need to show up. You don't need to do anything. And you need to allow that to be your truth at this time. And to be honest, I feel like for this next 9-year cycle, it's important for you to embrace that understanding and that feeling. When you start feeling yourself putting that pressure on, when you start feeling yourself putting that weight on, be mindful and say, whoa, Spirit told me to chill. So I'm going to chill. That doesn't mean don't be passionate. That doesn't mean don't be energetic. Please, for everything that is sacred, please bring your excitement and your passion and your interest. Okay? Just not the pressure, not the judgment, and not the shame. Okay, so first card out of the gate is that we have the 7 of Pentacles. So with the 7 of Pentacles, Spirit is letting you know that you have already been doing this. You've been preparing for this. You've been working really hard because you know something is coming. And so you have already been putting your ducks in the row. You have already been getting yourself prepared for this. And it may not necessarily feel like that to you. I think a lot of you, it's going to feel like nothing's happening. You're putting in so much effort. You're putting in so much time and energy, and it doesn't seem like you're getting anything out of it. It is 100% about timing. Absolutely about timing. Spirit also wants you to know that you have the Ten of Cups here. And this is a happy home life. This is the type of energy that you have been asking for. I don't know if you guys can hear that, but somebody outside is setting off fireworks. If that is not the most amazing confirmation for you fire signs, I don't know what is. Literal fire outside. So that Ten of Cups, that has, it's so incredible. It's so amazing. And so I feel as though for a lot of you, you feel it's unattainable. It's not something that you can rely on. It's not something that you feel like, oh, I have to do more. I have to put more effort in order to get this. I have to be amazing. I have to be something. But you don't. It's already happening for you. And just to help you understand that a little bit more, you also have the Page of Cups. Sorry. I'm pretty new to this whole thing, so holding up these cards and using the microphone is a bit new for me. So I appreciate your patience with me today. So the Page of Cups for me is 100% a spiritual surprise. This is something that you have been working on within yourself for a long time. What I feel is coming for you in this next 9-year cycle is definitely something that has been happening for you under the surface. It's something that has been being worked on, but not being noticed by other people. So, emotionally speaking, mentally speaking, and definitely in your spirit, you have been doing a lot of hard work. But because there isn't something physical for you to be able to present, you feel as though it's not as worthy of accolades or accomplishment or seeming like you have done anything for that matter. But Spirit is letting you know that this next 9-year cycle, and especially during this portal, you are really going to feel all of your hard work being about to be paid off to you. So I would say even in the month of January, you are going to see at least some of the fruits of your labor, if not more. And another thing that's coming through is that when you start to see some of the fruits of your labor, it's important for you not to get concerned that that's everything. Think of it as signs of land. Florence Scovel Shinn, who wrote The Game of Life, states that in her book, that many times Spirit will offer you signs of land. What that means is it's little things that are in alignment with what you're wanting, but it's not the full thing, right? So that's what takes us back to this Seven of Pentacles, and to let you know that when you see your signs of land, know that more is coming. 100% more is coming. With the Ten of Cups and the Page of Cups conjunct with each other, and this Seven of Pentacles, for sure, Spirit is letting you guys know 100%. And with this Effortless card, it's already in the works. You've already manifested everything it is that you need. It's about divine timing. Now it is about waiting for those things to show up in your existence and having faith that that's going to happen for you because of all the hard work that you already have put in, and not diminishing that, not saying, oh, well, that's just the way it is, or everybody does that, or finding a way to explain away how amazing you are and how amazing you've been doing. Take credit. It's due. We also have the Six of Pentacles here. And this just furthers the intuition of this energy exchange that you've been doing. So with Spirit is letting us know that you have been putting the effort in. You have been doing the things, whether in the physical or in the non-physical. That's relevant. Just because you're doing something in the non-physical doesn't mean that the way it's going to show up to you, the reciprocation, isn't necessarily only going to be in the non-physical. This is very much a physical manifestation for you guys, 100%. And then, of course, we have our Temperance card here. And so Spirit is really getting you guys to be patient. I know it's difficult. I know you guys want everything right now, right now. You've put in all the work. You're doing all of the things. Spirit's saying it's on the way, but why isn't it here yet? Divine timing is so important. You aren't going to want your blessings even 1 second before they're meant to show up for you. Spirit is definitely going to give this to you as soon as possible. But there is intuition here that there are some things that need to happen first. We are currently in a retrograde, Mercury retrograde, and Jupiter retrograde. So it's not because the planets are retrograde. It is because something needs to be seen first. And so in this pause, in the waiting, Spirit wants to know, what are you going to do with yourself in the meantime? You're going to freak out. You're going to judge yourself. You're going to get down on yourself and that kind of stuff. Or are you going to make the best of your time? Are you going to figure out what it is that you truly want to do? Because once these blessings come in, you need to know what you're going to do with it. So this is the perfect time for you to really self-reflect and figure out exactly what you want your life to look like. Because I'm telling you this, on the 1st, you guys are going to hit the ground running. This is what I see. And everything that you've been waiting for is going to start coming in. Okay, so let's see what these other oracle cards. So we're doing oracle cards from the Game of Life by Florence Scovel Shinn. If you guys have not read this book, it is absolutely amazing for manifesting and helping you understand how to do so. She wrote this book over 100 years ago, and ironically, it still applies. So first card that we have here today is, if this, insert your desire, I desire is mine, I cannot lose it. If it is not, give me its equivalent, right? Okay. If this thing I desire is mine, I cannot lose it. If it is not, give me its equivalent. So this is more of like an affirmation for you guys, because I know Spirit's really noticing the impatience, the impatience that's happening, and really, really wanting your ships to come in, so to speak, right? And then, so my intention was to get one, but of course you guys have two. Everything's bigger with fire signs. So this is your card right here. One can release through one's spoken word all that belongs to one by divine right. One must, however, have perfect faith in one's spoken word. So, especially for fire signs, and probably air signs too, your spoken word is really important. I mean, everybody, this really would resonate for everyone. But I feel like for fire signs, when you believe it and you feel it, it happens. And that is what I'm seeing here from your reading, 100%. So it is important for you to continue to tell yourself that you are worthy of these things, that these things are going to happen for you. And of course, in your highest and best good, because when you're feeling that discord between what your heart wants and what your mind's allowing you to believe, then there's something there for you to recognize. Is this a true desire of mine? Is this a true need of mine? And if that is so, why do I have resistance to this? Help yourself release any of those limiting beliefs around your spoken word. You're a divine being. You can do, be, or have anything that you want in this entire world. So why not dream big? Right? Anyway, fire signs, that is what I have for you guys today. I do hope that that resonates. If you have liked this reading, please like and subscribe to my channel. I would very, very much appreciate it. And if you are interested, I offer private readings. You can go to my website, eternalwonderland.com, to find me. Have a lovely day. Hello, my air signs. Welcome to your reading. So I have already picked out some oracle cards for you guys. So we're going to go ahead and look at those in just a moment. And I'm actually going to go ahead and shuffle your cards for your reading. So I'm going to go ahead and push the mic away. It's just going to take a moment. If you would like to watch the shuffling, feel free. Otherwise, go ahead and skip ahead to your reading. All right, so air signs. I'm going to go ahead and read you your oracle card first, and then we're going to get into the tarot. And then the other oracle card that you have today is from The Game of Life by Florence Scovel Shinn. So your first card is Dreamtime, Creation. Really beautiful. So, oh, I just got a ringing. So I really feel like Spirit is talking to you guys a lot about what are you creating in this world? What is it that you want to make happen or develop in some way? I really feel, oh, it's happening again. The ringing is really loud. So Spirit is letting me know that this is a very important message for you guys, air signs, to allow yourself to really think about what it is that you are doing. Are you creating things that are aligned with what you truly want? Or are you creating things that you feel as though you should be creating? Also being way more creative. So the thing is especially for you guys, when you allow yourself to be authentically creative for yourself, it attracts more creation to it. So if you don't exactly know what you're looking to create in this life at this time, find a hobby, make something, journal, write, color, draw, knit, sew, find a project, anything that seems like it might be interesting for you. Because it may not necessarily be that one thing that you are meant to be doing. But like I said, once you allow yourself to engage in the act of creation, more of that is going to come to you. So you just have to open up the door to allow Spirit to come in and bring to you the creation that you really do want, the thing that you actually are desiring. So for your tarot cards, the first card that you have here is the Knight of Cups. And this is a very romantic energy. This is a very much energy of falling in love. And so I feel like for you guys, the energy of this portal is going to be more along the lines of learning how to fall in love with your life, learning how to fall in love with yourself, with your abilities, things that you are creating. But not just something outside of yourself. Maybe it's even something within yourself. creating a new version of yourself, right? A more authentic version of yourself, a version of yourself that you really can fall in love with. The second card that we have here for you guys is the Sun card. And this is of joy and lightheartedness, happiness, right? We love to see this energy. And so this portal is really going to bring to you guys a lot of joy and lightness and excitement even, I feel like. So we have the Knight of Cups, and then we have the Sun right after that. And so I really do believe that if you guys allow yourself to engage your creative energies, it's really going to help you be in love with living, being in love with your life, really experiencing true joy. Because I feel like for a lot of you, that's been something that's been a little bit out of reach. I know this year has been really difficult for a lot of people. So Spirit's wanting to help you to bring out the best parts of you. Because honestly, for you air signs, you guys have such interesting imaginations, probably more interesting than most. And it's time for you to use that to your own benefit. The next card that we have here is the Chariot. And so the Chariot is a very, very fast moving energy, but it's requiring balance, right? So you guys tend to sometimes get out of balance with different things, mind, body, spirit, especially feeling grounded. For a lot of you, it's very difficult for you to feel grounded into your body. So engaging in this creative energy is really going to help you feel more human. And I know for a lot of you, that's like the curse word. No, I don't want to be human. But it's important for you guys to have more healthy human experiences because it allows this more ethereal energy that you have such a huge connection with to be grounded down into your body, to be used for something that is more useful for you and everyone around you. And of course, once you are in balance with yourself, everything is going to move a lot faster. I really feel like for a lot of you, you've been like in this kind of sludgy energy. You've been trying to move forward with some things, but I don't know that it's been the things that are in your particular highest and best good, really based on your own desires. It's more like you're absorbing things from your outside perspective in society, in your family, even sometimes in your friend groups. And you're allowing that to really affect how you are moving forward in this world. And it's really important for you to know and understand who you are as a human being. Because once you understand who you are as a human being, you understand the tools that you're working with. And once you understand the tools that you're working with, the creation is just going to pour out of you guys. The ideas, the inspiration, it's all going to really start coming alive within you, right? Let yourself be expressive. You don't have to be afraid of your ideas. As wacky as they may seem, they are meant to be. They are authentic to you and they are safe. Even if other people don't necessarily understand what you are thinking or trying to convey, it doesn't matter because your creations are not meant for everyone necessarily. They're meant for the people that they are meant for, and especially meant for you. Okay. So let's look at the unconscious energies. We have the High Priestess, and the High Priestess is all about relying on your intuition because there is something here that you don't see or you don't know, right? And I do believe that a little bit of that is a self-reflected energy. You may not understand, like I was telling you, the tools that you have to work with within yourself. You may not necessarily even know what creative endeavor might be best for you. So Spirit is letting you know that even though you feel confused right now, even though you have no idea what the heck is going on, they're wanting you to move forward intuitively. I know that's a little bit scary because the world asks you to be more purposeful, more conscious. But the high priestess isn't really a fully conscious energy. It's an energy that you are asking your higher self. You are feeling into your body. These are things that you can't taste, touch, or feel. And so a lot of times it's very difficult for you guys to rely on that type of thing when everyone else isn't. But at this time especially, your intuition is heightened, especially when you allow yourself to be more creative. And when you fall in love with your life, when you are happy, everything comes to you. The other unconscious energy that we have here is the Eight of Pentacles. And so for some of you, this is going to be talking about your career in creation. So I think a lot of you, whatever this new creative endeavor that you're going to be engaging in this new year, is going to lead to some sort of career or some sort of entrepreneurial type of activity. Now, some of you this is talking about the amount of work that is required in order for you to be this level of creative. You're going to have to be selective about where and when you spend your time and energy. Because for a lot of you, that time and energy is being spent everywhere else. And it's not being spent wisely on you. But once you allow yourself to come into balance, ground yourself down into your body, you're going to see the ways in which you are expelling energy, and it's not healthy for you. So be mindful of that as well. Ultimately, for you guys, I see this time as being extremely fruitful, extremely manifesting, I'll say. As long as you're allowing yourself to be creative, as long as you're allowing yourself to be imaginative. So we have a guidance, a sort of affirmation, if you will, from the book The Game of Life by Florence Scovel Shinn. If you guys have not read this, please, I encourage you to do so. It has a lot of really great intuitions and instructions for how to manifest. So the card that you have today, of course, is Divine Love floods my consciousness with health, and every cell in my body is filled with light. This is something that I think might be helpful for you guys to repeat to yourself, to tell to yourself, to kind of affirm to your body that you are meant to be in love with your life. You really are. You guys have such beautiful light and love light in you, and it is meant to be shined out for everyone to see. So anyway, air signs, that is what I have for you guys today. I do hope that this resonated. If it did, please, I would love for you to like this video and subscribe to my channel. Also, if you are interested in private readings, I do offer those at my website, eternalwonderland.com. And I will see you guys in the next reading. Bye. Hello, Earth signs. Welcome to your reading. So I have shuffled already some oracle cards, and we're going to choose the tarot cards together. So if you are interested in just getting into your reading, please feel free to go ahead and skip ahead a few minutes while I am shuffling your cards and choosing them for you. There we go. Come on, Spirit. Please, one, please. There we go. 1, 2, 3. Very interesting. Okay. 1, 2. Okay, so in shuffling your cards, a few times 2 came out. I really had the intuition that 1 was going to be it, and then I would pull the rest from there. So your pile kept trying to be 2. Anyway, 2 of the cards did end up showing up anyway. So of course, I feel like those have a little bit more weight or importance, maybe. Or we can definitely say that those were meant to be part of your reading. So the oracle card that you had, you guys actually got 2. So I shouldn't be surprised that your pile keeps trying to spit out 2. So for you earth signs, if you've been seeing 2s, 22, 222, 2222, anything like that, that is definitely going to be a big message for you. 2s in numerology are all about partnership, connection, forming sort of like stability, taking an idea and making it something. Kind of makes me think of Taurus especially. Sort of being more efficient. It's very earth sign of you. Anyway, so the oracle cards that you guys have today is, number 1, we have wolf, instinct, right? And I feel like this energy might be a little bit difficult for some of you earth signs, because you like things to be a little bit more planned out, a little bit more logical, rather than relying on instinct or emotion or something less obvious, right? So I think this portal is really going to be pushing you guys outside of your comfort zone a little bit when it comes to your intuition. And intuition is definitely something that I've been seeing as a theme in a lot of these readings. We've already done earth and air. You guys were next. I'm sorry, we've already done fire and air, and then you guys were next. So, and then the other card that you guys have, of course, is forest with breathe. And so I think a lot of things for you guys are going to be a little less obvious. Breath is something that we desperately need for being alive, but it's not something that we see. It's not something we even really think about. Breathing is an instinctual thing. And I think that's really why you guys got 2 cards, because there's sort of like this complete feeling that they wanted to convey of instinct. Intuition is something that is pretty effortless. It's something that just happens. It's something that we all have. Everyone is psychic, and this is why, because everyone has intuition of some kind, right? And I think a lot of times earth signs get a bad rap for not being as intuitive as maybe some of the other signs, but I would actually wager that you guys tend to be a little bit restrictive with your intuition. I don't think you're any less intuitive. I think that you guys just keep it under wraps a little bit more than the other signs. I don't think that you share it as much because you're waiting for evidence to back it up, which is not necessarily a bad thing. But sometimes you guys get in your own way when you receive your intuition, and then you want to wait for confirmation. You want to wait for that sort of full belief to come through. Things happen a lot slower for you guys. Things don't always work out as quickly as you'd hope that they would, and frustrations tend to creep in with that. So I think the bigger message here for you guys for this portal is really opening you up to acting on your instincts a little bit more than you would normally. Allowing yourself to have intuition, have that good feeling in your body, and just trusting it without questioning so much. or having judgment for what it is that you're trying to do. So with your tarot cards, the first card that you guys have here is the Four of Swords. Really beautiful. So with the Four of Swords, this is an energy of rest, right? It's sort of an energy that says, take a step back, right? Don't try so hard. When you're being instinctual and you're just allowing your body to do what it needs to be doing without thinking too much about it, this Four of Swords is really coming in to solidify that feeling of like, don't try so hard. Don't try to map everything out. It doesn't have to be perfect. And to give your mind a bit of a rest. Let yourself kind of pause, right? And I know that you guys tend to do this and you're kind of sick of it by now, I would think. But see, the heart in there is really giving me this feeling of like, you're wanting to be more emotional with yourself. You're wanting to be more connected, mind, body, and spirit. But it's like your mind wants to always kind of take over and do the logical thing. And spirit's like, we need to figure out a balance here. We need to help ourselves to feel that sense of intuition without having our mind come in and be like, oh, but did you think about that thing? Did you forget about that other thing? But instead, allowing yourself to let your mind be at ease and just let your body take over. Let your body do what it needs to be doing, right? I know it's a little vague, but I think spirit might be coming to the point soon. Second card that you have here is the Ace of Wands. And this is definitely speaking about the third eye, intuition, psychic ability, right? But there's a feeling of allowing passion to come through. So when you're connected in with passionate energy, excuse me, it's much easier for you to be intuitive and to be instinctual and to just allow your body to take over and do whatever it needs to be doing to bring you to where you need to go. And this really feels like a physical thing for you guys. More physical than necessarily in the mind. I feel like spirit's really trying to get you guys to almost try to turn your mind off. And spirit is giving that intuition because it's nearly impossible for you guys to do that. You're always thinking about things. You're always trying to figure out a way, figuring it out. And spirit's like, listen, right now, don't try to figure anything out. Don't try to create solutions. Don't try to find proof. That is going to come later on naturally. It's not something that you have to search for or make happen. Instead, spirit really just wants you to listen to your body, listen to your instincts, and act on that instead. I know, stepping way outside your comfort zone here, but it's going to be of utmost importance. This new year is really trying to get you guys to end a cycle, and it's a really big cycle. Ending the cycle where you need to have full control over what's happening, where you need to have full control over your peace, your happiness, your manifestations. See, the thing is that in order to manifest, you need to understand what it is that you want and why you want it. Once you understand those two things, then you can move forward in your life, because the how and the when always is going to be taken care of by the universe. And so, especially with earth signs, it's very difficult for us to let go of how something is going to happen, and especially when something is going to happen. We put deadlines on ourselves. We put such intense constraints on what it is that we're doing. And Spirit really is trying to get you to loosen up, end that cycle, allow yourself to feel your body, feel your intuition. It is there and it is very strong. This is your unconscious energy. You have the High Priestess. And so definitely in this portal, your intuition is coming to the forefront. Your psychic abilities are getting an upgrade massively. As long as you are allowing yourself to get out of your own way. Get out of your own way and allow for the attunements to happen. Because I feel like, especially with you guys, earth signs, this Mercury retrograde, this past Mercury retrograde has been really difficult. Physically, mentally, some of you emotionally, and it's been taking a toll. And most of that is because of the resistance that you have to releasing control. The thing is that who better to be in control than your higher self, your inner being, the one that is connected with all that is. They have the overhead view. You have the front view. You just have your little intense, like, this is what's going on with me kind of view. You don't know, you don't have all the pieces. You don't know the whole story, right? And I think sometimes that's frustrating because you want to know the whole story. You want to have all the pieces. But as human beings, we're not meant to have that. And so for you guys, this is especially difficult right now, but I do feel as though once the first comes, this is going to be something it's just going to like burst forth out of you. This sort of release, relief, and this intuitive psychic ability upgrade. 100% upgrade. So if you guys have been feeling weird physical symptoms, sometimes with your ears, sometimes headaches, sometimes sinus issues, maybe even some kind of like weird tingling things in your body. These are all indicators of psychic ability upgrades. And so it's not something that's happening to you, it's something that's happening for you. And last but not least, we have the Knight of Wands. We love to see this energy because this is an energy of pure excitement and wild manifestations, right? And a lot of you at times could be like, well, I don't know what's fun. I don't know what's exciting. Allowing your body to take over and take you to the thing that is exciting. You will then be able to experience that. Allow your intuition to take over. And I'm not saying that this is going to be like a super easy process for you guys at all. But it's definitely going to be something that's worthwhile. Spirit really is trying to get you to end this cycle, and it's been an ending cycle for you all year. All year this has been happening for you. So I really feel like on the 1st of January, there's going to be a lot of relief. But in the meantime, Spirit really wants you to take care of yourself. Don't try so hard. Don't try to figure it out. Just allow it to happen. Allow it to be whatever your truth really is. It's funny because I think that you guys have the more confusing reading of the three signs that I've already done, or elements, I'll say. And I think that's on purpose because I think Spirit is like, this isn't something for you to figure out. This isn't something for you to wonder, okay, what's my next action step? Nothing. It's nothing. No action steps. Nothing for you to do. Simply allow. Allow the feelings. Allow the desires. Allow your instinctive energy to take over. I know that that's frightening, but once you're allowed to be connected to your higher self, your inner being, while being grounded, you could literally take on the whole world. So if you're experiencing confusion right now, there's a reason for that. So I also pulled an oracle card for you guys for The Game of Life, Florence Scovel Shinn. If you have not read this book, I highly recommend it. It is amazing for manifesting. So this is sort of like an affirmation for you guys. So we're going to read that together. Okay. Infinite Spirit, I give thanks that the desire which is mine by divine right is now released and reaches me under grace in a perfect way. See, I feel like this is a really good one for you guys because this is going to really help you to release that sense of control, to release that need to perform or to do something. Instead, allowing the universe to bring it to you, because it really feels to me like you guys have already done it. Like you already did whatever it is that you need to do to create your manifestations. It's just time for you to end this cycle of needing to be in control. And that is a decision. It's a decision that you need to make to be done telling the universe how to bring something to you and when to bring something to you. When you don't even have all the answers, you don't even have all the pieces. So my advice to you is to work on your patience, your faith, and listening to your intuition. Because you guys are getting upgrades like crazy right now. And take care of yourself. Rest, drink water, eat healthy foods, all of that stuff. Anyway, I do hope that this reading has resonated for you. If it has, I ask that you please like this video and subscribe to my channel. If you are interested in private readings, I do offer those as well on my website, eternalwonderland.com. And I will see you guys in the next reading. Bye. Hello, water signs. Welcome to your reading. So today I have pulled some oracle cards and pre-pulled oracle cards for you guys. But I am going to pull your tarot cards live. So I'm going to go ahead and do that now. If you want to skip this part, feel free. You're not going to hurt my feelings. Go ahead and skip right to your reading if that's what you want to do. If you'd rather watch the shuffling, feel free to do that too. It's like I've never handled cards before. Okay, so now that we have your tarot cards, we're going to go over your oracle card first. So your oracle card is Lightning Power. I find it interesting that they chose to, in this card, shoot the lightning into the water, right? So what this gives to me, this feeling gives to me that for you water signs, this is going to be an extremely powerful time with your emotions, with your ability to be emotional. More like you guys have it on lockdown. Especially when you allow yourself to be honest about how you feel. and not have judgment for how much you feel it. Because I really feel at this time you are meant to have big emotions. You're meant to be having big reactions to things. Really being in touch and in tune with how you actually feel about what you want. Because something that is really important to know and understand is your emotional standpoint helps you to know and understand what you actually want. It's the body's ability to communicate with you. So when you allow yourself to be in tune with something that feels good or not good, you allow yourself to understand the communication from your body, and your body's like, hey dude, don't like that, right? So that's going to feel upsetting. It's going to feel really uncomfortable. But something that you really do enjoy is going to be a powerfully joyful experience, right? You guys experience things so intensely and so deeply. And I feel like Spirit really doesn't want you to be afraid of that at this time. I think Spirit really wants you to embrace it and allow yourself to really be emotional, because you guys are the ones that show everybody else how to do it. Because I'm telling you, the other elements, they want to be emotional sometimes, but they just don't know how to do it. You know, they actually have a lot more ability to shut down than you guys do. And I know that the grass is always greener on the other side. Wouldn't it be nice if you didn't have to be so sad all the time? But you have the answers. That's the thing. Like, you have no choice but to understand. And so this is a very powerful thing that you hold. You have a very powerful energy with your directions. You know exactly what it is that you want. So the first card that we have today for you guys is the Three of Swords. Now, I know we don't always like to see this card. This card represents deep sadness, sorrow, betrayal, things like that. And so Spirit really wants you to understand, why is it that you've been feeling this energy if you have, right? This is just representative of intense negative emotion, intense unpleasant emotion. When you experience intense unpleasant emotion, that is your indicator that whatever it is that you're doing right now, your body's like, we got to go. We got to get out of this. We got to stop. No more. No more of this, right? What you are thinking isn't aligning with what you actually want. I even feel like for some of you, this is about a relationship. Being engaged in a relationship that really isn't in your highest and best good. Now, this could be romantic, this could be family, this could be friendships, and this even could be co-working. So when you are feeling and experiencing these negative emotions, I really encourage you to explore that. Why is it that whenever you're around this one person, you don't feel good, right? Whenever it is that you talk to this one person about this specific thing, you don't feel good. Listen to your emotions. They are guiding you. We have the Nine of Swords. Again, a very unpleasant emotional experience. This is anxiety, worry, overthinking, right? When you guys are trying to figure out why it is that you're feeling what you're feeling, many times you're wanting to take that on personally. You're wanting to make yourself responsible for how you're feeling and why you're feeling what you're feeling, right? It's not necessarily always something that you're doing. It could just mean that your body's experiencing a discourse with a person. Maybe the person is not the best one, right? So like that feeling, and I know you guys know what I'm talking about, that feeling when you meet somebody new. Let's say you have a friends group and they have a friend that you don't know. And you go in and you meet that new friend, and immediately you're like, nope, that one's not good. You feel it deep in your gut. It's a sense of anxiety or panic. And everybody's got big smiles on. Even this person's got big smiles on. You take one look at them, they look at you, and you know they're not good. So Spirit is wanting you to listen to your intuition and act upon it, whether it's in the highest and best good of everyone else around you or not. Seemingly so, anyway. Right? When you know and understand something, when your feelings, when your emotions are telling you this ain't good, you gotta listen to it, right? And so for me, this is like a really big message that you guys are definitely going through something in your life right now that is a huge disruption. This is something that you're not really meant to be engaged in. And your negative emotion, sadness, depression, anxiety, worry, these emotions are letting you know, alarm bell, alarm bell. This is not something that you are meant to be doing or thinking or engaging with, right? Now, interestingly enough, see, I feel like maybe this goes down here. See, I pulled 3 cards together, but of course, water signs, you guys got to be a little different, huh? So we're going to bring this down here. So conversely to that energy, we have the 8 of Wands. And the 8 of Wands for me is arrows of love. It's fast moving energy. This is passion. This is, it's all happening right now. I would even wager to say that this is sort of a feeling, that feeling of falling into love, right? That feeling of like, you're literally falling. You have no control over how you feel and how fast you're falling. That is the energy of this 8 of Wands. And so I feel as though whenever it is that you finally draw that boundary with whatever it is that's giving you this very unpleasant energy with the 3 of Swords and the 9 of Swords, when you draw that boundary, when you set yourself apart from that, whether it's a person, a place, a thing, or even, I'm even feeling for some of you, it could be a belief system in your mind that you have been questioning, something that you have been seeing as like, maybe this isn't good for me. When you set that boundary, things are going to start moving in your favor a lot faster. We also have the Lovers. And the Lovers, this is a decision to be made and a partnership. And so Spirit is letting you know, like, hey, once you decide to make that boundary, everything is going to break loose for you. Once you decide, and I'm not saying that you actually have to leave a person. Like if you are in a relationship, you don't actually have to leave this person, but you do need to set that boundary. It is very important for you to set that boundary. And then we have the 5 of Wands, and this is conflict, right? So you're very conflicted about making this decision. You're not really wanting to have to think about this, right? So you're just letting yourself be more upset and then more upset and then more upset. And I'm telling you this, it's going to come to a head with this lightning power. Whatever it is that needs to be set with that boundary, you are being encouraged to do that before the first. Because I feel like once the first comes, either a new person's showing up or a new opportunity of some kind is showing up. Something really powerful is going to be showing up for you. But you have to allow yourself to be done with whatever it is that needs to be done. Only you know what that is, right? Only you know what is truly creating anxiety and depression and sadness for you. Spirit's asking you to be brave at this time and set that boundary. Don't allow yourself to feel manipulated by these people or this situation, or even yourself for that matter. Because I do feel once you decide this, once you do set that boundary, it's going to feel like a relief, honestly. It's not going to be what you think it is. Because I feel like in your mind, you're thinking, well, if I set that boundary, all hell is going to break loose and it's going to be really uncomfortable for me. But what I'm feeling here is that there's just going to be this like sort of sense of relief and peace washing over you. Yes, it's going to be a transition. Yes, it's going to be something that needs work on. But I think the hardest part for you is really setting that boundary. So I also pulled an oracle card for you from the Game of Life, Florence Scovel Shinn. If you have not read this book, I highly, highly recommend reading this book. It helps you to manifest your desires. And so I pulled a card for you guys for some guidance, right? So the guidance today is, when I am able to let go of my problem or cast the burden, I shall have instantaneous manifestation. Oh my goodness, I didn't even read this beforehand. This is crazy. So if you guys don't know what it is to cast the burden, in her book, she describes casting the burden is sort of like saying, let's say you're worried about setting this boundary, right? So you would say to yourself, I cast this burden of setting a boundary with X thing or person or thing, whatever, on the infinite energy within, the higher self within, the source within, the Christ within, whichever belief system you subscribe to. So I cast the burden of setting this boundary on the Christ within, and I go free. That's what casting the burden is. And so when she says, I am able to let go of my problem by casting the burden, I shall have instantaneous manifestation. And I feel like this is really a confirmation. Spirit is really encouraging you to set this boundary either with yourself or with someone else or something else, so that you can really be free in your life to have all of the things that you've wanted to have. It's almost this feeling where like your manifestations have been like kind of piling up and piling up and piling up for you. And they're all on the other side of this boundary that needs to be set. And I feel like on some level, because you guys are super intuitive, you know this too. And this lightning power, right? This is you taking back control of your life, taking back control of what is actually happening with you. So I don't want you guys to be discouraged by this particular reading or what is necessary for you to do in order for you to have this sense of peace and freedom. But I really feel like on the 1st of January, if you are able to set this boundary, your life is going to look wildly different. It is going to be a lot lighter, a lot freer. There's going to be a whole lot more movement, and the feelings that you're experiencing now are going to do a 180. Anyway, I do hope that this reading has resonated for you. If it has, please, I would ask for you to like the video and subscribe to my channel. If you are interested in a private reading, I do offer those as well on my website, eternalwonderland.com. Anyway, I will see you guys in the next reading. I hope you have a wonderful day.